there's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Rachel Zegler was expected to be Disney's next shining star. Instead, she found herself at the center of one of the most controversial movie remakes in recent years. So how did the live-action remake of Snow White become such a heated topic? And why did Rachel's comments spark outrage among Disney fans? Let's dive into the details and uncover what went wrong. When Disney announced their new live-action Snow White starring Rachel Zegler, expectations were sky-high. After the success of hits like Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King, Disney believed this iconic fairy tale would follow suit. However, reality told a different story. Despite a massive $270 million budget, Snow White underperformed at the box office, earning only around $87 million globally. Rachel Zegler quickly became a focal point for criticism due to several controversial statements she made during interviews. In one widely circulated interview, Rachel openly stated, "Honestly, I don't like the original Snow White. I actually hate it."
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
She also joked about the prince from the 1937 animated classic, calling him a stalker. These remarks left many fans wondering, if she disliked the original story so much, why did she choose to star in its remake?
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Her comments didn't end there. Rachel repeatedly emphasized that her version of Snow White would be modern, independent, and less centered on traditional romance. While this message resonated with some viewers, it alienated others, especially fans who valued the original film's timeless romance and fairy tale charm.
She's not going to be safe with a prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Adding to the controversy, Rachel Zegler also found herself in the middle of a political debate. During rising global tensions, she publicly expressed support for Palestine online. This stance contrasted sharply with that of her co-star Gal Gadot, an Israeli actress who has openly supported her home country. Reports soon surfaced of tensions on set and even threats made against Gadot, prompting Disney to increase security. This controversy ultimately cast a shadow over the film's production and marketing, with many believing it harmed the movie's overall image. Rachel Zegler's comments sparked mixed reactions across Hollywood, dividing opinion. Some celebrities, like Pedro Pascal, supported her stance, while others, including Sean Ono-Lennon, were more critical. Rachel's former West Side Story co-star Ariana DeBose added to speculation of tension after briefly sharing a cryptic post about narcissism, though she later clarified it wasn't directed at Zegler. Additionally, Jonah Platt, son of Disney producer Mark Platt, publicly criticized Zegler for bringing personal political views into the film's promotion, which he suggested contributed to its poor reception. Social media debates quickly intensified, with some fans questioning Rachel's casting. A recurring criticism was, if she held strong opinions against the original Snow White, why take on the role? This backlash reportedly discouraged some potential viewers, impacting the film's box office performance. Critics also pointed to Disney's marketing campaign as a contributing factor, noting that the updated narrative was not clearly communicated, which may have alienated both longtime fans and new audiences.
Everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
Facing mounting criticism, Rachel Zegler clarified her statements, stressing that her comments were taken out of context. She explained that her goal was never to insult Disney's original masterpiece, but rather to highlight how storytelling has evolved.
And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Rachel emphasized her deep respect for Disney's legacy, stating that she simply intended to portray Snow White as a more empowered and relatable heroine for modern audiences. Despite her clarifications, public perception remained divided, significantly impacting both her reputation and the film's reception. The controversy surrounding Snow White and Rachel Zegler reflects a broader cultural debate. Should classic stories be preserved in their original form, or should modern filmmakers adapt them to reflect contemporary values? While some argue that Rachel's approach is essential to keeping old tales relevant, others believe Disney went too far, losing the magic that made the original so beloved. Whether you agree or disagree with Rachel Zegler's stance, one thing is certain. The new Snow White has sparked one of the most intense debates surrounding Disney remakes in recent memory. Now we want to hear from you. Was Rachel Zegler right to stand by her modern vision? Or did Disney make a critical mistake in reimagining this classic?
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird.